Hello, this is Sunny from A Happy Space. Welcome back at my channel. I'm excited to share with you February's verse bundle, which will help you decorate your setup and will have the verses, which looks like that, included. But yet again, as I said before, if you don't want to purchase it, the verses will be available on my social media account, so you can just write it down and make your own little cards. So this is our little box which we made, which is part of the free starter kit, memory verse starter kit. So if you want to download it, I will link it down below. I've got a video how to set it up. I'll link that also down below, so if you want to know how to do that. And then we have a system which we memorize a daily verse, an even verse, odd verse, and then we move into the days of the week, and then we move into the days of the month. But I explain that every week also, and I've explained it in the other video also. So basically, this is my setup, and I usually start with an introduction page. Then we memorize scripture by writing it down, highlighting, or whatever you want to do. And then we meditate on it by asking questions, digging deeper, doing some verse map. Then I usually just take my 3 main points and I just decorate it also. And then what we do is also I make a Bible journaling entry in my Bible. I'm going to give you a flip through of it at the end of the month, because obviously I'm doing this video a little bit earlier because to get ready for February. So I'll show you all the entries I've done in the Bible, but I've got videos for that also. And then it goes on like that. So just the next week we just memorize another verse, and yeah, that's how it goes. So now this month verse bundle is all about, surprise surprise, love. Now there is so many verses in the Bible I could choose from, but I'm choosing things that's going to be useful for us to memorize, which we're going to use to evangelize people, to use when the enemy attack us, when we feel not loved or vulnerable. So this is what my thought process is. So the first week I thought, let's go for John 3 verse 16. We have memorized now 4 verses last month. Maybe we just want a little bit of a breather, and we just want a little bit of a sort of a buffer between memorizing new verses, because I think most of us know John 3 verse 16. If you know it in a different version, you can continue with that. If you want to get yourself another challenge and by memorize it in the ESV, go for it. So this is week 1. And then week 2, I thought let's do Romans 8 verse 38 to 39, because often the enemy attacks us. We don't feel loved and accepted. And this is a good way to remind us of that. And then week 3 is this reminder that we should love each other and how that look. And then week 4 is a reminder, what is love actually? Love is not that we have loved God, but that He has loved us and sent His Son as a propitiation for our sins. So that's a definition of love. This is a good reminder that God is not dependent on our love. He showed us what is love, and that is what we need to hold on to. And then I've got little tabs at the top. I've got some journaling spots also there for if you want to make notes later. So that is the first page. And then our verse map look the same in last month, but obviously I just added the theme for this month. Obviously try not to make too many distractions, but it's cute, and I thought this little banner there won't distract it, because the verse usually just go, it's really, I don't hardly ever write to there. And yeah, so a few hearts also, so that's nice. Then the ephemera pieces is just fun little banners, love banners, little hanging boards, little small hearts, things that you can use to decorate obviously a Bible journaling entry or in your page, or your on your setup. And then I've got some fun flowers, which love the vibrancy of it. So this is flowers. I always need flowers when I do Bible journaling entries. And then I just thought I'm going to give you a little bit of a bonus thing. I've got a little envelope which you just fold on these lines and you flip it back, and then you put these little cards in there. It fits perfectly in there. I thought it would be very nice if you do your journaling, or you write down what's your main points, just to write down and have an opportunity to write things down. So this is what you get. I will link my Kofi account and my Etsy shop down here below. This is very, very affordable, so I want to keep it as affordable as possible so people don't feel, oh, it's a burden to buy it each month, so they can enjoy and come along on this journey with me. So basically, what I've done now in advance, I have set up already February. So what I do is, as I said, I usually do an entry page. So because I thought John 3 verse 16 is a verse that I'm very familiar with, I'm probably not going to really need to reviewing it. So I don't have a review page. This is all part of the free printable, these two things. So I probably won't need to renew it. So I'm just going to put it on this side of my page. And here I'm going to do an introductory page. And then I have my meditation, which I study a bit, and then I'm going to decorate my 3 points. Next week's verse, meditation, decorate, make, memorize, and meditation, and so forth till the end of the month, till I'm done with that. So yeah, that is my setup. So what I'm going to do is, I thought to myself, I want to have a little box where I can have things which I'm going to use during the month, because each month's got a different theme. This month is now Valentine's, heart, pinks, reds, blues, and things like that. So I wanted to go for my stassi, what washi tape I have, what stamps I have, what pattern papers I have in my stash. It's a good way to use some things. So I wanted to buy a ephemera box or a ephemera holder, but they're so rare to come here in South Africa, and what I wanted I just couldn't find. So I decided I'm going to make myself one. So I am going to show you now what I've chosen. Luckily I was lucky to be able to pick up a very affordable sort of cardboard box system in my local P&A shop, which is our craft shop. So I'm going to put you down fast forward, and then I'm going to show you what I have done with the box, and then we're going to put our things in the box to get ready for this month. Okay, here is the 2 boxes that I bought from my local craft shop P&A. It's almost like a file folder. So I've decided I'm going to use both of them. The one I'm just going to cut shorter and make it straight, and then they build off each other. So it was quite a lot of work, I won't lie. So if you can get something that is more suitable, which is already made, I would recommend you to do that. So what I've decided also, I wanted to make these same boxes, which we use for our memory verses, and put that in front. So I can put my small little ephemera pieces in there. But as you see later in the video at the end, you've seen I actually haven't done that. It just looked a bit awkward. It looked out of place. So I just went online and got a template which is more rectangular box, and made it a little bit bigger so it can go in front of those 2 boxes. So it's almost a layer effect, like a waterfall effect. The top one is the highest, and then as you can see, I'm just going to cut through this cardboard box. I'm just using an X-Acto knife or one of these craft knives. Obviously, just be careful when you use it. I got a bit of chills when I saw how I'm using it. I was trying to keep my fingers obviously as far as possible away from it, because the last thing you want to do is obviously press through and then it slip, and then you cut your fingers off. So yeah, just be very careful when you use this. So as you can see, I've just made a straight line, and I'm just cutting through it. Because as I said, I just wanted to have a waterfall effect. So obviously I have to now totally paint all this, put pattern paper over it. As I said, it took me most part of the evening to do that. So I'm just using this pattern paper which I had in my stash. So I'm just tracing it and making sure it is the right size. But then I realized I actually first want to paint it white. I'm just using normal acrylic craft paint to paint it white, just to give it more a white background. It would have been ideal if I could find a white one of these. Maybe you can find it in your local craft shop, but I'm sure in places like America or in Europe, these type of ephemera boxes is very easy to come by. I think places like IKEA and all the craft places will sell something like that, even Amazon. But yeah, in South Africa, everything is unlimited supply, and if you find something like that, it is also very expensive. So I'm actually very pleased with the end result. It cost me a fraction. This card box is very, very cheap, and obviously I had the paint and things in my stash, so that worked out perfectly. A mistake I made, as you can see here, I am using double-sided tape to secure the pattern paper on the box, and it didn't work very well. I think because of the paint, it didn't want to adhere very well. So I think in hindsight, I would have used a good paint, or not paint, glue, something that doesn't warp your paper. Unfortunately, I actually don't have something like that unless I use my art glitter glue, and that is really almost done. So I was definitely not going to use that to do this whole project. So that's probably why I decided to use double-sided tape. But I would advise you to do a good nice glue, and then maybe decoupage or put clear gesso over it just to secure it and make it more secure. So I went afterwards back and just put some craft glue underneath the points that lifted up, because as I said, the moment you use paint, the glue doesn't want to fit very well. So you can see here's the boxes that I was going to put in front. So, but then as I said, I decided it looked a bit awkward. It didn't look out of place. The two rectangular bits and then the two square boxes in front looked awkward. So I've decided to use my red line tape to secure the boxes, because as I said, the double-sided tape didn't work well. So I'll definitely recommend you to use good glue or even a hot glue gun. I think that actually would have been even more perfect, but unfortunately I don't have one of those. So when we hop over to the next bit of the video where I fill this container, you will see the rectangular template that I used to put in front of these boxes, and I prefer that lots more, and it actually turned out very nicely, and I'm very happy with this little ephemera box. Okay, so I've cut out everything. So basically what I will do is I've gone for my washi tape, and I took some washi tape which might go. I might take actually these out. So I'll stick to the reds and the pinks. Unfortunately, I don't have a dark blue washi tape, so I'll stick to these, and then I'll put them in there. Okay, and then I went for my stash. I've got a basic stash with some alpha stamps in. This is illustrated one which my friend Lisa from America sent me, so I'm going to put that there at the back. I've got another one which is nice for Bible journaling. It's also one I got from my friend Lisa. It's like an amen. It's that you can do the verses, prayer. And then this is also old illustrated faith set which I bought a while ago. And this is a one which is nice for if you want to make journaling notes or sermon notes. These blocks. So I've put them all in here. So this is sort of basics which I always have with me. So I'll pop that in the back also. Then I've got a few alphabet stamps that I bought in England. Sort of just a basic one. So I'll pop that in there. Then I've got my Matthew stamp. And then I've got a nice number stamp, which is nice to put if you've got 3 points to use that. Put that also at the back. This is a heart stamp, which I can do some journaling in there. This is a rosy design stamp with some hearts. This is also a rosy design stamp with all sending love, little things like that. So I might use that. And then I've got this little block of 6x6 paper, which is very bad quality. It's just one of these thin quality ones. So there's definitely paper I can use during the month for backgrounds and things like that. Not all of them are good, so I'll pop that at the back here. I can actually pop that actually in here. Okay, then I've got my ephemera pieces. The bigger ones I'll just pop in there. Okay, actually we're going to pop them in there. These little journaling cards I can pop in here. And then my verses, because obviously, as I said, I'm shooting this video a little bit early. I'm not going to put it yet in my little holder. I'm just going to put the words also in here. And this little journaling card. Small little envelope. And I've cut all my hearts and my small little flowers, which was part of the ephemera pieces. I'm just going to pop them in there. So they're all there ready to go. So if I want to decorate it, I can. I've got some doilies. This is some doilies in my, I think in my Etsy shop, but if it's not, I'm actually going to load it to my Kofi account. So if you're interested in getting it up, because these colors work well with it. So this is my setup. So as I said, I've got, and then I can put some more pattern papers if I've got some pattern papers. Obviously, I print some more of them out because I know I'm going to be able to use that later. So I'm going to pop that back here. Sorry, my angle of my camera is not very good. So this is my setup. So I'm ready for the month. Everything is cut out. I'll probably go back later and have time and cut some more of these sheets up. I hope you enjoy seeing how I'm setting up my February memory verse bundle, and I'm ready for February. I think the secret to success is, especially if you do something like that, to plan in advance, to set up in advance, so you are ready to do it. You have your little container, and you're ready. Just do it. You've got everything cut out there, and you just can decorate, and you can just enjoy yourself for the rest of the month. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Yeah, I'm hope to see you tomorrow with our meditation sheet, which we're going to do for our last verse for January. And you must have a fantastic day. Please like this video if you liked it. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'd love to have you as part of this family. You must have a great day. Bye-bye.